Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it and I don't take it for granted. You guys, this is the second video I'm shooting. I'm sure you might have seen the video or it's the video that will come after this one. I don't know whichever one I'm going to put out first. But yeah, I'm shooting two videos on the same day, same outfit, same everything. I don't care really. I'm here to share with you guys how you can get visa sponsored jobs in Australia. Yes, and I'm also going to share with you guys like the newest immigration update concerning the temporary skilled shortage visa, so the TSS 482. So just so you know, right, I'm going to be looking into my book so I don't miss out on any detail. This is just so that you guys don't miss out on any detail. All right, and I'll be leaving all the links in the description box below, so do well to check them out. Please and please, I am not an immigration consultant. A lot of people come to ask and say, please help me, this, that. I'm not an immigration consultant. I am not an immigration solicitor. I am not an immigration agent or lawyer or anything like that. Yeah, pretty much these things are pretty much things you can actually do by yourselves. Okay, so if you go do your research very well, follow instructions, just do what is there. It's something that you can actually do. In case you are new here, please, you're welcome. I'm so sorry, it looks like I'm just rambling from the beginning of this video. You're welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please do well to click on the subscribe button if you have not done so already, and turn on the bell icon so that whenever I post a new video, you'll be the first person to be notified. And in case you're returning to this channel, but for some reason, best known to you, actually, you decided, you know what, I'm not going to subscribe to this girl's channel. If you like, let her be talking. Please, just subscribe, okay? Just turn on the subscribe button. It's spelled subscribe, it's in red, and turn on the bell icon as well by the side. Click on all, that way you stay notified whenever I post a new video, and you're going to be on my VIP list, guys. You're going to be on my VIP list. So my old and returning subscribers, thank you guys so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. I don't take your love, I don't take your support for granted. Okay, so let's jump right into today's video. I am just going to start by saying that Australia is a very beautiful country, very warm weather, very nice weather. So if Australia is a place you like to go to, then I mean, this video is for you, and you don't want to go schooling, then this video is for you, right? So there are several ways you can get to Australia. You can get to Australia through the skilled worker route. You can go to Australia via the family visa. You can go there on a work holiday visa. You can go there via schooling. There are different methods and different ways to go to Australia, okay? And for their schools, they even have scholarships that are even up to full scholarships. So yeah, you can get to Australia any of these ways. But I'm just going to quickly talk about the temporary skill shortage visa, TSS 482. All right, and I'm just going to tell you guys what the eligibility is for that visa and how you can get visa sponsored jobs in Australia. All right, so for this work permit, it lasts for up to 4 years, okay, and it's a pathway to getting your citizenship, your permanent residency, and then your citizenship subsequently. So yeah, so depending on how you are able to navigate everything and do everything with your employer, you'll be able to get your PR and your citizenship when you must have fulfilled the number of years you have to stay there. And then for the processing time, it takes about 2 to 3 months to process, okay? That's the processing time for these. And then for you to be able to get this visa via work, of course, you have to have 2 years of work experience, skilled work experience. So if you are in a field, maybe a health field, or maybe audit or IT, something like that, you have to have 2 years of skilled work experience in that particular field that you're going into. Now, how do you know where you fit in? Okay, there is something they call the Priority Migration Skilled Occupation List, the PMSOL. So if you go on there, you're going to check to see where you fit in, if you're field or your discipline or what you're an expert in, if you're on that list. Okay, so once you're able to fulfill that and you're able to have 2 years of skilled work experience, then yeah, you are definitely going to be able to get jobs. When you get jobs online, then yeah, you move to Australia. Another thing is you have to have your English proficiency. So we all know that for you to migrate, whether you're even going for schooling or even work, there's something they call the Certificate of English Language Proficiency. Commonly used is IELTS. Okay, so you have to have your IELTS, and yes, so important. Then another thing that you have to get is, of course, a job. So there are some occupations or some fields that are exempt, okay, from having to get a nomination letter. Now, I will just in simple terms say that the nomination letter is sort of like equivalent to the certificate of sponsorship that they give in UK. Okay, so that's just like how I'm going to compare it. Okay, so for people like in health, okay, like for example those that are in health, they are exempt from having this nomination letter. So provided you're able to get a job, you're qualified to go in. But for some other professions, you might need a nomination letter, okay, which has to be provided by your sponsor, that person that is employing you. Okay, so that is it. There is a high demand for cooks, chefs, accountants, IT personnel, health people, especially because of this whole pandemic and the fact that they need to revive their workforce and things like that. So there's a lot of demand. There's a high demand for these people in this area. So yeah, in case you fall into this category, then you want to, clean your CV, dust it up, get your act together, and get yourself a job and move to Australia if that is what you're interested in, honestly. And then I'm going to be talking more about accountants here, because from my research, it looks like accountants are making waves over there. So yes, so for tips for accountants, especially those with audit experience, okay, I know that a lot of accountants want to work with the big fours, the people at the PwC, KPMG, Deloitte, and all of that. But you guys, you just have to know that the salary range is the same thing like across board. So you don't need to bother about, oh, I want to work with the big fours and things like that. It's not bad. It's good to aim big. It's good to aim high. But then don't restrict yourself to applying for jobs in these areas. Okay, I'm going to be leaving the links to the Australian immigration website in the description box, so do well to check it out. I'm also going to leave links for the recruitment sites that I'm going to be mentioning in the description box, so do well to check all those out and look for jobs that offer visa sponsorship. So that is what you want to streamline your search to when you're trying to apply for jobs. Okay, now there are other banks in Australia, the very big banks, well-known banks. Number one is the Commonwealth Bank of Australia, the National Australia Bank, Westpac Banking Corporation, Australia and New Zealand Banking Group. So these banks are also big banks you can apply to in Australia, yeah, if you are an accountant and have very good auditing experience, of course, at least 2 years of audit experience. Okay. And then once you're able to land the job with any of these eligible sponsors that meet up with the requirements for them to sponsor you, then yeah, you can move over. I'm going to talk about ways you can find Australian companies that are offering sponsorship. So stay tuned so that you can get all of that detail. Okay, so number one thing I'm going to say is for you to enhance your LinkedIn profile. You can actually get Australian companies that offer sponsorship on LinkedIn. Yes, it's very, very possible. So what you need to do is to upgrade your LinkedIn profile, like touch it up, make sure that it sounds nice so that recruiters can spot you, and then turn on the job notification part of it so that you can be getting job notifications and you'll be among the first people to apply for these jobs. Okay, I know I'm saying a lot of things and it looks like a lot of details, but please follow me so that you can get everything, and of course do your own research at the end of the day. Okay, another site that you can go on to is Career One. So if you check Career One, you'll be able to get jobs that offer visa sponsorship and in whatever field. Another one is Indeed Australia. You can get jobs that offer visa sponsorship in whatever field, so just check it. Okay, another one is Seek Australia. So if you check that, you'll be able to get visa sponsored job vacancies and then apply and get jobs for you to move over to Australia. Another one is the BDO website. So if you check the BDO website, you'll be able to get visa sponsored job vacancies and then apply for them and move over to Australia. Another simple way for you to get visa sponsored jobs is just to Google. Okay, Google jobs that offer visa, or companies that offer visa sponsorship in Australia, things like that, or job vacancies with visa sponsorship in Australia, something like that, and you'll see a lot of them. do not relent. Okay, you need to really put in the work. Okay, do what you have to do to get these jobs. In a couple of my other videos, I used to talk about how you can rejig your CV just to make sure that these recruiters are interested in you and spotting you out and giving you the opportunity to be interviewed. So whenever you are trying to submit your CV, make sure that you're submitting your CV and making sure that you're tailoring it in line with the job description. Okay, so if you're submitting to, for example, PwC, you need to look at their job description. You need to look at what their skill set is. What is it that they are looking for? Okay, tailor it in line with that. Tailor your CV in line with that. Look, you have to really painstakingly do these things so that you can stand a chance of getting these jobs. Okay, and then another thing is be as practical as possible. You know, your CV is your first contact. That is the first point of contact that you have with your employer, so you want to convince them as much as possible through your CV that yes, I stand the chance of, just give me the chance of interviewing me, see what I am made of, and then offer me the job. Yes, that is how it works. So another thing you have to do is also to keep tabs on your email so that you're not missing out on anything, and then prepare for your interviews very well. I wish you all the best. One way for you to prepare for your interviews is to just check Glassdoor for interview questions concerning whatever role. Okay, so Glassdoor is a very good site for you to check. For accountants, okay, for auditors, you can actually check that and you'll see a lot of helpful tips and see how people answer questions, glean from people's experiences. And yeah, I wish you all the best. In case you have come to this point in this video and you have not yet liked it, please do well to like, okay, and share with someone that's going to find this very, very helpful. And also subscribe in case you have not subscribed to this channel. Turn on the bell icon as well so that whenever I post a new video, you'll be the first person to be notified. And you guys, till I come your way again next time, bye.